Welcome to the next programs, that is the simple programs what you are going to write using the JavaScript and the HTML. So today let us write a try to understand a program to find or to add a n digits number, right? Like say for example, if you take a number 1 2 3, you have to add 3 plus 2 plus 1, the addition of n digits in a given number. So let us say that. So what is this program? So program to add n digits. So I'll just put it as a heading. We'll come to the body text. So as usual, so we'll take a paragraph tag, right? So enter a number, tag input, id equal to num, right? So we have taken one text box where you are going to accept a number. So then we'll take a button tag where you have, when you click that particular button, you want to execute a JavaScript, so which is going to take that number and try to add the individual digit in that particular number. So now we will take a button, right? So on click, we'll write an event on click. So we'll write a function called as check. So on the caption of that button, we'll write click, right? So now let us see what you are going to get. So we got program to add n digit. Here you are going to type the number, and when you click, you want to display the result. So now where we want to display the result, so now we'll put in another para tag, right? Result is equal to, have an input, id equal to result. So in this place we are going to print that result. So now we will come to the script. So now we'll write our script. So what is the function name? So we are going to take it as check. So we need some variables, right? So we'll define some variables. So already I think you people know how we are going to find or check the individual digits, or how we are going to add the individual digits. So we will take some variables. So what we are going to do is, you take a particular number, like say for example 125. So now what we do is that you want to add 1 plus 2 plus 5, right? So let me open, let us check what is the logic we are going to use. So now say for example you take a number 125, this is our number. Now what you want to do is, so you want to add 1 plus 2 plus 5, so you should get the sum as 8, right? So what we are going to do is, if this is our number n, which is 125, so first we are going to get this particular number 5, sorry, we are going to get this particular number 5. How do you get this number? When you divide this n, when you divide this particular n or do the division, so you are going to, so we are going to take this number and we try to get the remainder after integer revision. That is, when we get the remainder, when you divide this particular number by 10 and get its remainder, so you are going to get a remainder as 5. So 5 will be your remainder. Once you get this remainder, we add this into a variable called as sum. Initially we make the sum as 0, then we add this remainder 5. In the next step what we do is, we take this again, this particular number, now we divide it by 10. When you divide it by 10, so when you look into the quotient, so you will be getting around 12 point something. So we will be getting 12 points. So we will round off and we will only take this 12. So next time the number n becomes 12, right? First it was 125, now the number becomes n. We take this and we put this in a while loop. Again when you take integer division, you need to take the remainder will be 5, sorry, remainder will be 2. So now to this 5, now we are going to add 2. Later again n, we are going to divide it by 10. So like this, when you put in the number, now we are going to get the or we try to add the sum of all these numbers. So now we will try to use that logic. So here So we are going to define a variable. So we will define a variable number, right? Remainder rem. We need a sum. Initially we will assign the sum to 0. So now first thing is you have to get this number. So we have defined a text box, right? So we will say parse int document dot get element by id. Now what is that id we have used here? We have used the id as num dot value, and close the bracket and with semicolon. So now we got the number in a variable num. So while this number is true, so now we are going to do. So first what we told, get the remainder. So remainder equal to given number mod 10. So integer division, so you are going to get the remainder. Once you get the remainder, add this into your sum variable. Initially the sum was 0, which you have initialized. Now sum equal to sum plus remainder. So we got the last number 5 and we added it into sum, and initially sum was 0, 0 plus 5, 5 we get. Now we will change this number. Now number equal to match. Now we have got a built-in function match. So now this dot floor. So now this match dot floor, it will round off, it will take only integer part and it will use the decimal part. So you will take this particular match dot floor function and our number divide by 10. So we are going to divide it by 10. So now 125 becomes 12, right? Next time again when you go into the loop, 12 becomes 1. So again when it goes into the loop, the number 1 becomes 0 and you come outside this particular while loop. By that time in this sum you have got 1 plus 2 plus 5. The result is ready in this particular variable sum. So now what we will do, we will take document dot get element by id. So now to display the result, so we have taken the id as res. So we will use that res dot value is equal to, you assign that result sum. So this is a very simple logic or how we are going to find. So let us save this and execute this particular program, right? So now we are going to enter a number as we told. We'll write a number 125, click on the submit button. We got the result 8. So 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 1 is 8. Suppose if you give another number, so it is 15. So 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 15. So I think this is very simple program. So what we have done in this program, in a brief, if you want to see, so you have taken the designing, we have taken two text box, enter a number, you gave the id for that as number, defined a check button, right? On click, you are calling this JavaScript check. So when you come here, you have defined num, 3 variables you have defined, get that number which you are typing in this id num, that is in this box, get it into a variable num. While that num, find remainder, add that remainder to the sum. Initially sum is 0. So after adding that particular sum, after adding this, the last one, that is the remainder. So again our number 125. Now what we are doing is this number 125, now you divide it by 10. To get the remainder you are using modulus operator. Now you are going to divide. When you divide this number by 10, so you are going to get result as 12.5. But this 0.5 you are going to remove. To do that we are using this particular function match.floor. You are going to only take integer number. Now our number becomes 12. So like this loop continues, and each time you are going to get the remainder, keep on adding. Now the same logic you can extend it to find whether the particular number is a Fibonacci number or not, right? Initially what number you are going to get, temporarily store it in one variable, you find, add, and you can see that the same logic can be used with little bit modification to check whether a given number is an even number or not. So now this was in one simple program, right? So now we will try to do another simple script. So let us say that now we want to build a particular program or a script we want to write. Now which one will do? Okay, to check to whether a number is prime number or not. So we'll try to design this particular program. Now other things remain same with us, right? So now what we in our body type, what we are taking a paragraph, enter a number, input, id equal to num. Clear? Next we need a button tag. So now button on click, we are going to write a function to check whether the number is even or odd. Caption will check, give it as check. So now we want to display the result. For that we'll put in another tag. Now we'll try to do something else. So id equal to, now we'll put an id for this paragraph id equal to result. We know this already, right? Already in our previous program we have done. Style equal to display none, right? So now what we want, the given number is, so whether it is prime number or not we want to display here. So we will use a span tag with id equal to result. So in that particular place, whether that particular number is an even number or an odd number, we are going to write it there. Clear? So now this is what, now let us see, if you just run this program right now. So now what you are going to get, to check whether number is prime number or not, enter a number. Here you are going to type. When you click on this button, now you are supposed to write your function. So now we will go to the script part and we will write our function here. So script, JavaScript you are going to write. So now we will write the function check. So we will define some variables. So now let us say you are going to accept a number. For looping we will take I, we will take another number to check what is the and temp, some variables we are trying to define. So first task, what we are going to do, first get that number, right? So in this variable num equal to parseInt document dot get element by id. So what is that? num dot value, right? So num equal to parseInt document dot get element id num dot value. So now if this number is true, that means you are given a valid number. So now we are going to, will take initially, we will initialize this variable ch as 0. Now we will take this temp variable. We want to see what is this, we are having entered a number check, but that result, for displaying that result, now we have hidden it. So because you have seen here this paragraph, the given number is, we have hidden this by using the style property, right? Now we will make that visible. How to make that visible? So we will go document dot get element by id. Now what is that particular id? Result. So we will get that particular, then temp dot style dot display is equal to block. So we are making that line as visible. So now we are going to use our for loop. We know how to check a prime number. We will start from I is equal to 2, I is less than or equal to, sorry, I is less than the given number and I plus plus. So we will use a for loop. So now if this number mod 2, when you are going to get the when you divide, when you do the integer division and try to get the remainder, if your remainder is equal to 0, then the given number is even number, sorry, prime number, otherwise it is not a prime number. So if num mod 2 is, if it is equal to 0, right? So now what we are doing, we are incrementing this ch by 1 and we break from this particular if condition. Clear? Now if it is not 0, if it is not that is if it is not a prime number, then you are going to come outside and the check value will be 0. So now based on that ch value, whatever is your ch value, so if this ch value, if it is equal to 0, right, if it is ch is equal to 0, so then it is a prime number. Now otherwise it is not a prime number. So if ch is equal to 0, now we will say document dot get element by id result. Now in this we are going to use, we have to display. Now to display here, to display the result, we have not used any box, right, we are using span. So here, so now what you are going to do, dot inner html. So inner html is equal to, so now here we are going to display the result. Now the given number is, after is what we want is a prime number, right? Else if ch is not equal to 0, then document dot get element by id result dot inner html is equal to not a prime number. Right? Now this is our the simple logic how we are going to check whether the given number is prime number or not. Now let us see what we are going to get. We'll run our program. So now what is it, if I give a 12, what is 12? 12 is not a prime number, right? Is okay, so not a prime number, so we are unable to get this. It is just displaying. Let us see why we are unable to display here the sum equal to, it is okay, the given number is now the given number is here we are getting the result. The given number is a span and number slash p. I think it is correct. Let us check it once again. So you know which are is the 3 is a prime number, right? So 3 is a prime number. So we'll and if you give a number 4, is not a prime number, so it's not a prime number, right? Now this is how, but this thing is not, we are not able to display it. So now what is the error or what is the mistake you have done? Now you can see clearly that the what is the error we have done in this particular line, so that it is we are unable to display this particular thing, that is the given number is. So we are the reason why now we are unable to display this. From here the actual result you are getting, right? You are printing that a number is prime or it is not a prime, but this thing, that is the before this spam id what you have used here, so now this thing is been we are unable to display this thing. So you just check what is the mistake we have done here, right? It is a very small mistake, so I leave it as an assignment for you people. So now why we are not getting this particular thing here, that is the some content before this, that is the result, it is not a prime number. So after this colon it is displaying, right? This thing, this the given number is, now this we are unable to display, but from here we are getting a small minute mistake is been done here. Kindly check that. So I'll just leave it as an assignment. So now this is another simple program now where we have used the logic to check whether a given number is a prime number or not. Is it clear? So I think in this particular session, so we have discussed the two simple programs to check whether to add the digits. So from that previous program, adding the digits of a given number, from there you can extract, you can write another program to check whether a given number is a palindrome number or not. So further you can continue, you can make that as another program, and we have seen how to check whether a given number is a prime number or not. So in the next videos, now we will start with our lab exercise. So just practice this particular other two programs. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this. Have a nice day. Bye bye.